Out of cruel space, the universe was not a kind place. Most species in the galaxy accepted that reality and adapted. Some developed intricate shields, others became masters of diplomacy, and a few embraced the harshness of space by evolving into predators. But there was one region of the universe that was considered the most brutal, a place where physics itself seemed to rebel against life. It was known by many names: the dead zone, the abyss, and to the fearful, cruel space. Inside this hostile pocket of reality, energy shields malfunctioned, faster than light travel was impossible, and most advanced technology simply refused to work. Even the most powerful empires avoided it, marking it as a death trap for those who dared venture too close. Yet, humanity had been born there. The Lortha Empire, one of the most dominant factions in the galaxy, had long held a belief that their technology made them superior to all. Their ships were faster, their weapons more powerful, and their planetary defenses impenetrable. They were the undisputed rulers of the galactic core, and they believed themselves invincible. But now, they faced a growing problem. A new force, one they barely understood, was emerging from the fringes of known space. Reports came from border worlds, whispers of strange ships that seemed primitive yet unstoppable. Fleets sent to crush them returned in pieces or didn't return at all. The Lortha had been at war with this force for years, but nothing made sense. Admiral Kareth, a seasoned Lortha war commander, stood on the bridge of his battlecruiser, staring at the most recent holo feed. It displayed the wreckage of yet another destroyed fleet, this time near the Uran system. The enemy's tactics baffled him. They didn't rely on advanced cloaking or overwhelming firepower. They simply outlasted, outmaneuvered, and outtaught the Lortha forces. "They're from cruel space, Admiral," said Commander Vythe, his second-in-command, a thin reptilian with sharp, calculating eyes. "The humans." "Humans," Kareth repeated, as if the word itself was a strange concept. "What makes them so dangerous?" Vythe hesitated before responding. "They're different. Born in a part of the galaxy where the laws of physics make conventional technology unreliable. They've evolved to live in a place where energy weapons, FTL drives, and force fields don't function. They're adaptable, resourceful, and most concerningly fight like nothing we've ever seen." Kareth's face twisted with frustration. The Lortha prided themselves on their technology. They were a race that had relied on the perfection of energy weapons and impenetrable shields for centuries. But these human-CC newcomers were something else entirely. "They fight like barbarians," Kareth spat. "No shields, no advanced weapons, just brute force and crude tactics. How are they winning?" Vythe's gaze remained steady. "Because, Admiral, they've learned to thrive without relying on the technology we take for granted. They make do with what they have. They think outside the systems we're accustomed to, and in battle, they exploit every weakness we didn't know we had." Kareth clenched his fist. "Prepare the fleet. I want to see these humans for myself." Captain Jason Grant Saturday in the command chair of his ship, the Resolute, staring out at the massive Lortha armada on the other side of the asteroid belt. His crew, a ragtag mix of engineers, ex-soldiers, and mercenaries, were ready. They had fought the Lortha before, and while the alien empire's ships outclassed theirs in every measurable way, that had never stopped them before. "Looks like they brought the big guns this time," remarked Lieutenant Tanaka, his weapons officers, grinning as she pulled up tactical displays. "That's a whole lot of shiny for one target." Jason smirked. "Let them come. They still don't understand, do they?" Tanaka shook her head, her fingers dancing over the console as she prepared their weapons primitive by galactic standards, but deadly in the right hands. "Nope, they think we're easy pickings because we don't have shields or fancy particle beams, but they forget physics works differently out here, and we've been doing this a lot longer than they have." The Lortha ships started to advance, their massive forms pushing through the asteroid field, shields shimmering as they cleared debris from their path. Jason leaned forward. "All right, people, you know the drill. They've got the tech advantage, but we've got the brains. We play this smart, and they'll never know what hit them. Ready for some old-fashioned chaos?" A chorus of affirmatives rang out across the bridge. The Resolute darted forward, weaving between asteroids with an agility that belied its bulky frame. Unlike the Lortha ships, which relied on automated systems and complex AI for maneuvering, The human vessels were piloted by hand. Every turn, every course correction was calculated on the fly by human intuition, a skill the Lortha simply couldn't replicate. As the first Lortha destroyer opened fire, Jason's ship rode, evading the energy blasts with a precision that seemed almost impossible. "Fire at will," Jason ordered. The Resolute unleashed a barrage of kinetic round solid metal slugs that punched through Lortha shields with brutal efficiency. The Lortha ships had never developed effective defenses against such primitive weapons, having long ago deemed them obsolete. To them, warfare was about energy shields and beams, plasma and antimatter. But humans had grown up in cruel space. They didn't have access to those luxuries, and so they turned to other means: kinetic weapons, physical armor, guerrilla tactics. Lortha simply weren't prepared. "Direct hit," Tanaka shouted, her voice triumphant. "One of their cruisers is dead in the water." Jason grinned. "Keep it up. Let's show them what real combat looks like." The battle raged on, but the outcome was never in doubt. The Lortha, for all their superiority in technology, were outmatched by the humans' sheer adaptability. Their ships, designed for perfect conditions, couldn't handle the chaos of the battlefield. Meanwhile, the humans, forged in the crucible of cruel space, thrived. Back aboard his battle cruiser, Admiral Kareth watched in disbelief as his fleet fell apart. His once mighty armada, the pride of the Lortha Empire, was being dismantled by what appeared to be ancient, obsolete ships piloted by savages. How is this possible?" Kareth whispered, his voice hollow with disbelief.